Hey guys, Sean Phillips here with my brand new video with my reaction, my review for the brand new Suspiria remake trailer, which was just posted up now online. I'll put a link below for you guys if you guys are interested in checking it out. This is one of those ones though, I was dying to see it. I saw, some stills from the movie. I've heard about this movie for a long time now. It's from the same director who made Call Me By Your Name, which I really, really love Call Me By Your Name. That was a great movie. The director's other movie, he did A Bigger Splash. That one, I didn't think that one was amazing. I thought it was okay, but when it comes to Suspiria, though, that was, one of those films, though, that I remember when I first saw that, really, really was pretty much the first film, too, that got me into watching Italian horror films, and, of course, got me into watching Dario Argento films. I'm pretty sure it was the first Argento film that I saw. I remember seeing it, though, exactly when the Blu-ray first came out. This was the original Anchor Bay Blu-ray, and I remember too. This was like at the time too. I was like, everybody pretty much was at the time. They were horror collectors with Anchor Bay back then. With being obsessed with getting I remember pretty much getting like 90% of the stuff that Anchor Bay was releasing, because Anchor Bay, back then when that first release was like the #1 company for obscure out there horror films and everything. But then this is the new Synapse Films Steelbook edition, which came out a couple months back. Then Umbrella Entertainment released it. There's also a 4K edition, which I think might be an Italian edition. But like I said, when it comes to Suspiria, that was one of those films that really got me into watching Italian horror films, got me into, too, watching a lot more 70s horror films. And the thing with Suspiria, too, first of all, the original one really, really holds up well. And the thing that stands out to me with the movie, though, so much was the look of the film. It has, really amazing, color lighting. It's all got, the movie kind of gets compared a little bit to Snow White a little bit, sort of. I've heard comparisons like that, but the colors are all these super out there kind of bright colors, super reds, and they kind of put filters over the lights and stuff to give it these insane looks, super blues and purples and stuff, and it really gave the movie a really cool theme and look to the film. Also, amazing synth music from the band Goblin. It was probably their best score, when it comes to their, super synthy stuff that they did. I think that was probably my favorite one they ever did. But like I said, though, it was one of those things that really got me into watching, like I said, Argento and Italian horror films. But the new film, I have to say, honestly, though, the trailer, I didn't know, like I said, what I was going to think of it. The new one stars Dakota Johnson, Maya Goth, and Chloë Grace Moretz. And like I said, I didn't know when I first heard about it what I was going to think. And I know the new one, doesn't have the same color scheme. It's got a different look to it. But honestly, though, I want to hear what you guys think below of the what you guys thought of the trailer as well, though, in the comments. So let me know. But I honestly think it looks seriously cool. And I think too, the actors they have kind of playing the witches in it, have some really creepy looks. They're a little creepier than some of the witches in the original. In the original one, they were kind of I don't know, they weren't as there was creepy witches, but I felt like these ones just seem really witch-like and creepy, at least from what I've seen. And the color look of this one is much more of a gloomy, washed out kind of dirty-ish kind of vibe to it, and it looks really cool. And honestly, Maya Goth too, I'm a huge fan of Maya Goth. She's been Cure for Wellness in a bunch of different films. She really fits in this Suspiria world. And if you guys don't know the story, it's basically about this prestigious ballet school, and Dakota Johnson's character goes there to, kind of perfect the art of ballet in this dance academy school. And of course, there's witches and stuff like that there, and weird things start to happen to her. But honestly, though, this trailer, I think it looks amazing. I'm honestly, I don't know for sure if it's going to, release-wise, what kind of release it's going to have. Hopefully it gets, a theatrical release, which I believe it's going to, especially since, the director's other film, like I said, Call Me By Your Name, it had nominations for Best Picture and everything. So I'm pretty sure that it's going to have a big release. I know Amazon Studios, is the company behind the release of it. But honestly, though, I think the whole vibe of it, even though it's very different, it doesn't have the same color scheme. It doesn't have the same... The music, though, in the trailer, though, it definitely has sort of a... I don't know, it's kind of like The Witch kind of vibe a little bit they're going for, I think, with the score to it. But it still has a slight kind of feel, from at least from the trailer, to Goblin's music. Just a little bit. There's a little throwback vibe to it that has that same sort of feel to it. Even though it's not the same kind of electronic kind of music, like the original, it still has a throwback to it. And honestly, though, like I said, I was a little concerned with how this was going to be originally when I first heard about this. this, but honestly, from seeing the trailer, now I'm really excited to see it. Let me know, though, and, you know, what you guys think below, what you guys think of the trailer, you know, guys, what you guys, of course, thought of the original Suspiria film as well. But anyway, though, guys, thanks again for watching, subscribing, and I'll see you guys later.